So I was at PAX West 2025, and I never really make a video like this before, a games I played at PAX kind of deal. But this year was different. This year was kind of special because, yes, I gotta do my disclosure now. I was invited to a special behind closed doors Switch 2 experience by Nintendo. That was super exciting. That was super cool, and I got to play Kirby Air Riders, and that was awesome. And of course, I want to talk about it. I wasn't gonna miss my chance to talk about Kirby, okay? I do want to quickly rattle through some of the other games I played at PAX. It's not really a ton because there was mostly stuff at the Nintendo section, but I did get to play a little bit of Pac-Man World 2 Repack, and that wasn't at Nintendo, that was on the Bandai Namco booth, and I'm excited for the Switch 2 edition to see how it runs. I'm pretty sure I played the PS5 or PC version instead, but this is really good. It's gonna be a really solid 3D platformer. Pac-Man speaks the whole time, but the voice acting is the same guy as the one who did Pac-Man World 3 all the way back in the day, and it just sounds like a guy. It just sounds like a regular guy, and for some reason, that coming out of Pac-Man, it actually fits really well. He talks a lot in this one. It's like they're advertising this game to be a really faithful remake of World 2, and you know, it's mostly there, but now he talks a lot, and now there's brand new boss fights as well. Like this giant mechanical polar bear thing, that was not in the original. They're actually trying to make this like a super damn good experience, okay? And plus the trailer showed that the arcade games are actually gonna be back. I thought they were gonna be scrapped, but okay, whatever. The game's coming out later this month. I am super excited. I'll have a main video here on the second channel when that game does come out, because I am very excited. I also always spend a lot of my time at PAX looking at a bunch of indie games, so I wanna highlight a couple real quick. This one I'm biased about because I know someone on the team, but No Point Protocol. This game's looking pretty fun. It's like a top-down boss battle kind of game. They advertise it as doing a whole bunch of MMO-styled raids with a bunch of buddies. I am friends with someone on the team, but I mean, I told him straight up, like, if the game wasn't gonna look good, I would not do anything with it, but I watched the trailer, and I'm playing it a little, and it looks and plays fun, okay? It's actually a pretty decent game. Go wishlist this on Steam. They're gonna really appreciate it. Also, Bubsy 4D was there. Like, that's crazy, right? I didn't really get to talk about this yet, but Bubsy 4D existing, and it's by the Demon Tides guys, like, that's crazy. That team really knows how to make a really fun 3D platformer mechanically. Like, Demon Tides is gonna be great, and now he's doing Bubsy. Okay, sure, man. I really wish I understood like the thought process of how we got to here, but we're gonna have a Bubsy 3D platformer that's gonna be really fun, and I'm very excited for it. With the collection now like being a thing as well, I guess I'm gonna like really Bubsy up and catch up on all my Bubsy, maybe do a video on the main channel for this. I don't know, it's Bubsy, and he's back. That's exciting. That was really all I got to do around like the rest of the floor, because most of my time and energy was spent at the Nintendo area. They had Hollow Knight Silk Song, which I didn't really want to play there because, I mean, the game's already out, so I'll just play it that way. The Nintendo booth had Hades 2, and I really want to play that, but sadly that wasn't in the behind closed doors thing. That kind of sucks because I was really anticipating it to be there. I'm sure it's going to be good. I'm very excited. I loved Hades, so I'll be there day one for Hades 2. I mean, I guess I don't need to play it to know that, but it was there. Instead, at the behind closed doors thing, we had EAFC, the soccer and football game. I wasn't gonna play it, I'm sorry. Star Wars Outlaws was there, Borderlands 4 was there. When I went to the behind closed doors thing, I went in with two specific missions in mind. One, play a whole lot of Kirby Air Riders. I had a 45-minute demo with them. Oh, that was exciting, I'll get to that in a minute. But also, I wanted to pick out two games to really gauge an idea of Switch 2 performance. When it comes to third-party games, of course, Elden Ring Tarnished Edition and Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade. A lot of people were talking about how poorly Elden Ring runs in handheld and on TV, and I wanted to play it for myself, and yeah, unfortunately, they were kind of right. There is some hyperbole about saying that it's completely unplayable and a disaster. It's not that bad, but it's certainly not good. The problem is, the game looks really good, so I feel like all they need to do is worry about making a performance mode, and everything will right itself, because as it stands, this is not that great of a showing. I really hope they don't sell the game like this. It was just the beginning area of the game too. I'm sure as you progress, it's just gonna strain the hardware even more. Like, the Switch 2 is technically more powerful than a Steam Deck, and the Steam Deck is running the game better, but that is because Valve had to come in and like fix the game on FromSoft's behalf. Something's gotta be done, okay? Elden Ring is obviously a really good game. It should not release in this state. Take as much time as you need, especially when you go off and play Final Fantasy VII, which I was very excited about seeing how it runs on a Nintendo console, and you know what? This runs beautifully. It looks gorgeous, it runs at a super consistent, I want to say 30 FPS. It's great. When you're in the thick of the action, I really can't tell like how much weaker it is compared to any other console. I'm sure whenever you do these sort of, you know, frame rate comparisons on a YouTube video, it's gonna look all the more apparent, but when I was just sitting there playing the first like 10-15 minutes of the game, I was having a blast. It was running great, everything was super responsive, I loved how everything looked. no problems whatsoever. Obviously, the further on you get in this game as well, the scope begins to open. You know, when we get to Rebirth as well, because they're committing to releasing that on Nintendo consoles, you know, I'm a little more cautious. But these early moments of the game, super solid. And rather than being concerned about third parties as a whole, I think just FromSoft and Bandai Namco are a bit problematic currently, which is a shame, and I hope they fix that very soon. But speaking of performance, really quick, Pokemon Legends ZA, this is looking awesome. I loved Arceus, so to see them do another take on the Legends formula is so exciting, and yes, it does run beautifully. The demo was pretty minimalistic. You just get to run through a little bit of the city streets and do this sort of battle cup thing. Honestly, I'm not paying attention to a ton of the lore because I'll do that when I actually play the game, you know, proper. But you go into this little secluded area, you do a couple of battles against some trainers and their Pokemon, and then you move on. There was also a little bit where you follow Zygarde, and then Zygarde brings you up to a rooftop, and that was kind of cool because Mega Evolutions show up there. That was fun. The thing that excites me the most is the battle system is just flat out different than it was in Arceus. I thought they would just do the same battle system again, but now it's even more real time, where you're running around the field and giving your Pokemon different commands. You can see a ring that sort of teleports from your feet to the Pokemon's feet, and that's when they can initiate the move, and there's no swift and strong styles like you can do in the previous game too. Like, it's a more traditional Pokemon game that's real time, and when it comes in the case of like the mega battles, even you can take damage from the Pokemon and you can die. I guess, you know, being knocked out, whatever, but it's different. It's more different than I thought it was going to be, and that's kind of exciting. Similar to the third-party games, I was mainly just paying attention to the performance here because I know I'm going to play the main game anyway, but this is really solid as well. I am very excited for Pokemon Legends ZA. But okay, Kirby Air Riders, alright? I got to play a good amount of Kirby Air Riders. The way this demo worked was I didn't have full free reign over everything. I had to do a few of the tutorial segments before doing some air ride races, then doing some more tutorial segments, and I got to do a couple trips through City Trial. It was funny doing the tutorials, and some Nintendo employees were like, oh yeah, you're gonna want to do this and press the A button to brake, and I'm like, okay, yeah, really nice. Like I don't know what the hell I'm doing with Kirby, alright? I knew exactly what I was doing the second I touched that controller. I think a lot of people got this vibe from watching the Direct, but this game is so much faster than the original GameCube game. And it's not just the base speed of the game, it's the way the camera works, really emphasizing the speed with its like zoom ins and whatnot. And then the vibration of the Pro Controller, and I just love HD Rumble. Nintendo has been kind of killing it with the subtle uses of it nowadays. The whole idea of you hold the A button to brake and then you're building a charge and then you let go to boost, the vibrations that come out of the controller in combination with how the camera works, it just feels so much more satisfying than I ever anticipated. But when it comes to the actual air ride portion itself, it's exactly what you would expect. It's a basic racing segment. You can attack some enemies with a quick spin. You can get a copy ability and slash some of your opponents. There's a new kind of drafting system like Mario Kart has, where if you follow some of the tiny star fragments behind racers, you'll get a little bit of a boost. That's cool. And every single character has a special, and just the flashiness of it all, I mean, that alone makes it more exciting. But of course, you're a bit of a devastating beast in that as well. Every single character having a different special that has a different utility, and Kirby having multiple based on the color you choose, that's super cool. And by the way, different colors, I don't know if I have footage of this, but when you play as Meta Knight, you can play as either Dark Meta Knight from Amazing Mirror or Galactonite as skins. And that's incredible. One thing that a lot of people are not really gonna notice unless you're like really deep in the Kirby rabbit hole, there are brand new enemies to be seen on these racetracks as well. Like, I got the bomb ability from some shark looking thing with gnarly teeth, and he had a bomb in his mouth. I only got to see him for like a second, but that's a brand new guy. That's a brand new guy. So there's multiple new enemies to be seen in the racetracks now, and that's really exciting. Sakurai just coming in and saying, hey, look at that, new guys, I guess. I mean, Forgotten Land did introduce like a new tiny guy for the hammer ability, and that's cool. Hey, the more little guys, the better as far as I'm concerned. But man, the music is really good. It's gorgeous, especially the waterfall level. Like, God, I'm really excited for the air ride portion. It's never like the reason to play air ride, but yes, it is better than ever here. And then City Trial, oh my God. Dude, it does exactly what it needs to, all right? It's a much bigger land. There are so many more things to do. There's so many more quality of life things. Like when you see different vehicles off in the horizon, it'll have like a little marker that indicates what it is from a distance. You don't have to just immediately go up close to it to know exactly what star it is. Like you can see from far away. That's really cool. They also have that new mechanic where you can jump from one vehicle to another with the press of a button instead of needing to hop off. You can hop off if you want. You can just charge into another vehicle while holding a button and you'll jump from one to another. It's even better when you see that an opponent is like on their last legs. You can just knock them out, kill them basically, and then take their vehicle and run off. That's incredible. Oh my god, it's so fast and frantic. I love it. I got to deal with a little bit of fighting Dynablade and Krako and meteors falling down from the sky. I didn't get to do any of the impromptu races along the racetrack, which I really want to do because that sounds super exciting. But even though it is only one map with the Skya area, it's called, once again, in typical Air Ride City Trial fashion, because there are so many different nooks and crannies everywhere, and you never really know what event you're about to take place in, it's still exciting. I can see myself playing this over and over again. Plus there's what, 16 players, I think? It's like 16 or 18 or 20. I don't even remember how many players. It's a lot of players. And being able to do that online with City Trial, god, it's gonna be so fun. And the event at the very end, like, it's just so cool that you don't just automatically get pushed into one that you may not have been building your vehicle towards the entire time. Sakurai went into this in his direct, but at the end of the timer, you have the choice between 4 different attractions. Some of them will be recommended to you based on the stats that you've been building up along City Trial, but you can go for any of the 4 that you want. And the clever sort of mind games about this is like, okay, your top speed may be pretty good, but what if someone else maybe has better top speed than you? So you may do decently in the drag race, but not as good. So do you even want to participate in that if you don't think you're going to win it? You can do something else. I love that freedom of choice so much, especially since if you do 2 games back to back and you want to just spice it up for the sake of it, you can. Dude, City Trial, god, it's gonna be so good. I can't wait to see everything, because I know there'll be some sort of challenge board. There's definitely gonna be some new modes that we haven't seen yet, because I got to see nothing about the story mode or whatever the hell this dark matter creature is gonna be. It was just a revalidation that the gameplay formula is going to be super solid. It's not all that radically different than the base game. It's just been super polished with like 1 or 2 new things, and that's all it needed to be. I just want fan service. I just want it to be fast and frantic, and that is exactly what this is. And if we get any more on top of that, then perfect. I mean, I'm gonna get the game day 1 automatically, because City Trial with online, that's all I needed. But I also acknowledge that I am incredibly biased when it comes to Kirby. So I got to be behind the controller for 45 minutes. I don't really have a whole lot more to say about this. A lot of it is just confirming what my thoughts were on the Kirby Air Riders Direct from a while ago. But now, having had some nice first-hand impressions, yes, Kirby Air Riders is going to be incredible. I am so damn excited. And I've been saying this for a while now. If we take a look at the entire spectrum, alright, Kirby Air Riders, Pokemon ZA, Elden Ring, if they fix it, Final Fantasy VII Remake, Hades 2, Silk Song, Bubsy, like, all these things are coming to Switch too, and I think the future lineup for this console is super exciting. And that's without even putting in Metro Prime 4 in the mix, and whatever other game you can think of that we already know is coming to the console, but don't have much information on it yet. I am super excited to be a Switch 2 owner. The next few months are looking super exciting. I'll be doing a video on a heavy majority of these games across both the main channel and over here on Plus in the months ahead. Let me know what you guys think about Kirby Air Riders, everything you've seen from me and from everybody else. Let me know what you think about the third-party support, because apparently Star Wars Outlaws is running really well on the Switch 2. That's cool. I'm not really a Star Wars guy, but people were saying that the game runs like garbage, and I don't know, I saw it. It looked pretty good. Third-party support, I think, is getting a bad rap so far on the Switch 2 front. Everything's looking pretty sharp as far as I can tell. Just, you know, outside of Elden Ring. They should fix that. But you gotta remember, I'm the type of guy who's like way more excited for a game like mouse work instead. I mean, that wasn't at PAX, but it looks good. I'm gonna keep talking about it because it looks good.